Dressing for success. See if this sounds familiar. You wake up with a gasp, get your bearings, and look at the alarm clock. It's 5 a.m., and you relax as it hits you. It was only a dream. You did not show up to the office in your underwear. Psychologists report the bad dream of showing up to a gathering of people unclothed is experienced by most everyone. A friend of mine who happens to be a licensed counselor explained to me that it generally represents one of the most common fears among young and old alike. That fear being emotionally, spiritually, or mentally exposed. We all struggle with the age-old question, do I really have what it takes? We're afraid that we'll be found out and everyone will discover that we don't measure up. I'll talk more about that later in the week. For you and me as believers, it takes on a whole other context as we grapple with the living up to the paradigm of Christ-likeness. It's easy to resign to spiritual nakedness and just try our best to blend in, but that's not what you and I have been called to. Paul writes in Colossians chapter 3, verse 10, put on your new nature and be renewed as you learn to know your Creator and become like Him. There was some pretty destructive teaching creeping into the small fellowship of believers. Colossae was a small town with a growing importance in the region, and everyone was trying to dress the part, even in the church. But their spiritual wardrobes were filled with compromise. Unlike the bad dream where you're unable to do anything about your lack of clothes, God has given us the power through Jesus to dress for success. We have been given a new suit of clothes, friend, by our Creator that is both functional and fashionable. It's a whole new way of living life God's way. Put it on and be transformed.